Your Honors, please, we divided the topic, so it depends on what topic, Your Honor. If it's PhilHealth, Your Honor, Attorney Pao.
I think you can answer all my questions. I'm sure of that. Attorney Colmenares, you're running for congressman, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm running.
I've always voted for you, but I'm not sure this time because I do not know your party list.
Bayan
Anyway-
muna, Your Honor.
Anyway, Mr. Congressman, may I call also on any representative from PhilHealth who understands some accounting procedures? You see, we lawyers do not understand much about accounting procedures, but I'm not talking in behalf of the whole court because many of my colleagues, they know accounting very well. So can I ask any representative from the PhilHealth to answer some of my questions regarding accounting procedures? Now, Congressman, Mr. Counsel, can I call you Congressman already, Mr.
Not
Counsel?
yet, Your Honor.
Not yet. Now, Mr. Counsel, may I know if you know any of the petitioner organizations or even members of any petitioner organization may have claims whose claims may have been denied by PhilHealth before or even after the fund transfer?
Yes, Your Honor, we have some reports already previously about denials of certain claims, Your Honors. And not among the petitioners, but associations and other groups,
But you
Your
have
Honors.
not made any allegations to that effect. From my own reading, many of the allegations are general, that they may suffer as a consequence of the fund transfer. But there was no specific instance of denial made by PhilHealth with regard to their claims made to the PhilHealth.
Your Honors, our petition actually, Your Honors, is simply on Section 1D, that 1D is void because of the insertion of the BICAM, and anything that flows from it is void.
Well, we'll go
The
into that,
PhilHealth issue, Your Honor, if I may, is the topic of the petition of Pimentel, Your Honor. We
Yeah.
did not touch.
Probably we
Maybe,
can call on the counsel
yes.
of
Yes, please.
Senator Pimentel.
Because there, yes. Attorney Pao.
Now, if I may be allowed to narrate my own personal experience with regard to PhilHealth. You see, 2 years ago, I was stricken of a esophageal cancer which went into my lungs, and I had to be confined for more than 2 months in one hospital in Metro Manila. And if I recall it correctly, my bill runs up to almost 7 million pesos. And would you know how much of it was covered by PhilHealth? Can you make a good guess, Counsel?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. If I may, Your Honor. I am pretty sure, Your Honor, it is not more than 10%. But I cannot
Definitely much lower than
Yes, Your
10%. It's only 50,000. I don't know how to compute it, but I'm sure it's less than 2%. But the problem does not end there. When I had to do some regular procedure after the operation, they call it dilation. They have to expand my throat and my esophagus. And every time I do that procedure, I have to spend more or less around 40,000 pesos. And I went to see PhilHealth. Personally, I asked how much can be covered by PhilHealth. And PhilHealth told me, I've run out of money. They cannot answer any of the 40,000 that are, despite the fact that I've been regularly paying PhilHealth for the last, how long has it been in existence? I've been in government service for more than 40 years. I started working for the government in 1985. So my question is really actual charge and the rate, case rate. I think PhilHealth called the call it case rate. Actual charge is the hospital bill being charged by the hospital. And case rate is the amount to be covered by PhilHealth. So what, may I ask, can I get your name again?
Magandang hapon, Your Honors.
Yes, magandang hapon din.
SVP Renette
SVP,
Limsiaco of
Senior
the Fund
Vice
Management
President of
Sector.
PhilHealth.
Yes,
You're
Your
also a
Honor.
member of the board of PhilHealth.
No, Your Honor.
No, SBP. So, Mr. SBP, what's your last name again?
Limsiaco, Your Honor.
Limsiaco. Lawyer or not?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Limsiaco, on the average, I'm sure you have been with the PhilHealth for a long period of time. What is the average case rate? Meaning, let's say, if a Filipino will have to be treated for tuberculosis and he incurred an amount of 200,000 pesos, I think that's a regular estimate, normal estimate. How much of it will be covered by PhilHealth?
Your Honor, again, the case rate of PhilHealth varies. Now, as to the question of the average
Yes. On
case
the
rate
average,
po, batay sa pumapasok na claims and the case rate na nabil po, our computation before is nasa 10,000 pesos. But recently, Your Honors,
10,000, that's around 5% if I
yes, Your Honors.
computed it correctly, around 5%.
Recently, Your Honors, after the 2024, Your Honors, of the
After the
increased
case has been
case rate,
filed with the Supreme Court, the case rate has been increased.
increased na po 2024 po, starting 2023 actually, and then 2024, grabe yung increase ng case rate ng PhilHealth. We have 30% in
Really?
February 2024 and another 50% by December 2024 po. The
So-
average value of case rate increases po. I think nasa 13 or 13,000 pesos or 14,000 pesos already.
That's good news for all PhilHealth members. Mali lang timing nung pagkakasakit ko. Dapat nagkasakit ako now than before. So anyway, we'll go back to that issue. Let me digress a little, no? Yung universal healthcare, no? Kasi we're talking about Universal Healthcare Act. Ang intention was to minimize out-of-pocket expenses of one Filipino family.
Yes, Your
Meaning, no Filipino family should suffer as a consequence of one sickness.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you think 5 to 10% would be sufficient for one Filipino family to avoid suffering from the consequences of one sickness and suffer economic difficulties?
Your Honor, of course, hindi, Your Honor. That's the reason why PhilHealth, through our board of directors, Your Honors, increased the case rate, Your Honors. Again, the one I mentioned a while ago is not only the increase of PhilHealth, Your Honor.
What would be the ideal case rate,
Your Honor,
Mr. SBP?
again, based on the cases po ito, and in case of the breast cancer, Your Honor, in-increase po ng PhilHealth last year from 100,000, Your Honor, to a maximum of 1.4 million, Your Honor. So, ganun po siya, Your Honor. And,
Breast cancer to.
opo,
So 1.4 million
Million.
out of how much hospital charge?
Your Honor, well, depending on the actual charge of the hospital,
It will
but
not go
PhilHealth will
beyond
cover.
10 million, so around 10 to 15%.
Again, Your Honor, on the part of the breast cancer, 1.4 million is the maximum, Your Honor.
But
that
you have
number
read I suppose you have read the Universal Healthcare Act.
Yes, Your
What will
Honor.
be the ideal case rate so that the intention of the law will not suffer, meaning no Filipino family must suffer as a consequence of one sickness.
Your Honor, PhilHealth's target for year 2025, Your Honor, is 18%, Your Honor, mako-cover po niya.
18% would
Yes,
be
Your
ideal
Honor.
already.
Yes, Your Honor. For year 2025, Your Honor.
Hindi ba kailangan mga 50%? We will not be able to reach that point?
Your
You
Honor, as we progress the implementation, Your Honor, and of
In
course,
the coming years.
mayroon ho National Health Financing Strategy that set up, Your Honor, through our Department of Health, Your Honor. 2028, Your Honor, PhilHealth's gonna cover 26, 28. If I'm not mistaken, Your Honor, that's 28%, Your Honor.
28. Bakit di na lang natin sabihin 50%? Ideal lang naman eh.
Your Honor, there are some instances, Your Honor, that actually PhilHealth covers that one, particularly in cases in the government hospital. When I say government hospital, Your Honor, we have the Department of Health, and of course, Your Honor, on the part of our local government hospitals, Your Honor.
Okay.
So we have also that no balance billing, Your Honor, implemented in the government hospitals, Your Honor. Meaning,
That would be
wala
nice
na po,
to hear. No hospital billing already.
wala na po babayaran ang ating mga pasyente po on those hospital po, on their
may
hospital
I
bill
ask
po.
counsel, now you were talking also about transcendental importance. You're pointing to another lawyer, but I think you will be able to answer my question. I'm not even asking about. I would like to cite one case decided by Senior Associate Justice Marvick Leon, and the case of falsis. There must be some form of injury in fact. That's why I asked my first question. There must be somebody, part of the petitioners, who may have suffered, meaning whose claim may have been denied. All I get are general allegations on your part that they may suffer consequences as a result of the fund transfer. But anyway, going to another issue, transcendental importance. Then there's another case decided by the court which says that you can bring up cases involving transcendental importance to the court directly only if it involves questions of law. Do you think this case involves only questions of law? Or it involves question of law and questions of facts?
If I may, Your Honor, I believe, Your Honor, this involves questions of law, Your Honor, because the petitions actually questions the constitutionality, Your Honor, of the assertions,
But
Your Honor.
what if we finally decide, granting lang for the sake of argument, that we decided to resolve this case by saying that Section 1D and DOF circular are valid and constitutional? Then we may have to go to the issue, factual issue, as to how the government arrived at the amount of fund transfer, which in this case amounts to 89.9 billion. Correct, Madam Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
So it's a question of facts. Now, do you think, because the government makes it look easy for the Supreme Court justices to understand, but I don't know if the accounting process is correct or not. So if I may ask you, are you an accountant?
No, Your
No,
Honor.
but you understand a little about accounting.
Just a little, Your Honor.
Now, you know how they arrive at 89.9?
Yes, Your Honor.
How?
They actually they were able to present this, Your Honor, in several congressional hearings. They computed it based on what the government paid for a subsidy for indirect
Yes,
contributors, less the payments for claims for indirect contributors for the years, Your Honor, 2021
2021 to 23.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, very simple eh. And you agree with that. Subsidy in the form of involuntary contribution of involuntary members minus the claim benefits, not of the voluntary contributors, but limited only to involuntary members. And that will amount to fund transfer or excess fund. Do you agree with that accounting process? Then we'll ask the government lawyer to explain it to us.
We actually do not agree, Your Honor.
Huh?
We do not.
Why do you not agree?
I think, Your Honor, it is clear under the universal health care that these funds are actually And there was a submission by PhilHealth admitting that these funds are actually there is a one fund policy wherein you do not necessarily separate the funds that was paid for as premiums of indirect contributors versus those that were paid for by the direct contributors, Your Honor.
But that would make the case more complicated. Why make a distinction? Why not agree with the government? We shall allow Mr. SBP to answer the question. Why
Yes, Your
limit
Honor.
it to involuntary contribution minus the claim of involuntary contributors? Now, if I may ask you first, sir, what is the bigger portion? The premiums paid in the form of subsidy by involuntary contributors or the premiums paid by the voluntary contributors vis-a-vis the claim benefits of voluntary contributors as against the claim benefits of voluntary contributors?
Your Honor.
And why we have to make a distinction? And finally, so you have all the time to answer my question. Finally, the government decides to have the fund transfer limited to 2021 to 2023. Why not go back to 2010? Wala bang remaining balance in 2019 which were not used, which were not expended, which are unrestricted? Why limit it only to 2021 to 2023?
Your Honor.
Yes, please, sir.
On the part of the classification of members, Your Honor, there are two. We have the direct contributors and we have the
Yes,
indirect contributors. The money that that we transfer back to the national government is the money from the indirect contributors, meaning these are contribution or subsidy by the national government to the sponsored members, indigent, support, and so on, Your Honor. Now, Your Honor, the transfer is limited only to the indirect contributors, Your Honor, because, Your Honor, hindi naman po binabalak ng national government itas yung direct contributors, which are money from the paying members, Your Honor. And Your Honor, bakit 2021 to 2023?
Bakit una, ano ba mas malaking claim benefits? Voluntary contributors or involuntary contributors? Because how you arrive at 89.9 is to deduct only the claim benefits of indirect contributors. Why not include the claim benefits of direct contributors? Baka wala nang matira.
Your Honor, again, dalawa to, direct and indirect. That's the
Yes.
reason why in the calculation, Your Honor, the calculation only speaks about the indirect contributors, meaning contribution on the part of the national government subsidy, indirect contributors, and on the part of the expense as well, Your Honors, only for the expenses of the indirect contributors as well. Kumbaga, apple to apple ang calculation, Your Honor. Now, that's
Pero ano
the
mas malaki? Claim benefits ng involuntary or involuntary contributors?
average, Your Honor. The direct contributors yung mas malaki ang ating
Direct contributors.
benefit po.
Ilang
Average.
percentage yun? More or less?
In the past, Your Honor, that's 60-40 po to.
60-40. And
Opo.
would you say there is also fund balance when it comes to direct contributors? May fund balance din ba?
Yes, Your
Which is even
yes,
bigger.
Your Honor.
Because the contribution, the premiums being paid by the
Direct.
direct
Yes
are
po.
bigger. So that means to say there is a bigger fund balance available for the use of the government.
Yes, Your Honor. Mas malaki po ang sa direct.
So kung kinompute nyo dalawa, mas malaki pa kalalabasan na ito. Not only 89.9.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Magkano kalalabasan na ito? How much will, if you compute both the claim benefits of voluntary and involuntary contributors? Do you have any idea or how much of it?
Your Honor, as to the calculation on the accumulated revenue, Your Honor, our calculation ay On the part of the direct, nasa 1.6 billion, Your Honor. On the part of the indirect, nasa 100.3 billion, Your Honor.
So hindi na ninyo ginalaw to, you are only touching on the amount belonging to the involuntary contributors.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kawawa naman yung involuntary contributors. You've returned the money to the general fund. Do you think it would reduce the benefits that should go to the involuntary contributors?
Your
Can you
Honor,
explain?
the benefit of PhilHealth and ay pare-pareho po ang na-avail
Walang
even year.
pinagkukudan.
Yes po.
Accounting procedure lang yan.
Yes.
Accounting processes.
Yes po.
Meaning, even the premiums being paid by voluntary contributors may be used to answer for claim benefits of involuntary contributors.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you sure of that, Mr. SBP?
Your Honor, the benefit claims of direct and indirect, the same, pareho po sila. And ano po to, year 2025 po, ay still continuously availed of the benefit ng ating direct and indirect contributors, Your Honor.
When you say fund balance, dating back as far back as 2021, are you telling me that PhilHealth did not and was not able to make use of the money available to them?
Your Honor,
Were you part already of PhilHealth during those days? 2021?
2021, Your Honor, nasa PhilHealth na ako.
Naku,
Year 2001, Your Honor,
baka
nasa
we can
PhilHealth
make
na
you
po ako.
accountable for that. So you meaning to say you were not able to make use of the money available to you at that time?
Your Honor, all these things, Your Honor, ay papasok siya sa accumulated revenue, Your Honor.
So it may be spent to invest or to make use of.
In the benefit expansion improvement, Your Honor, that we are doing right
Bakit
now, Your Honor.
you were saying the government is telling us now that since 2021 the available funds available parang doble ano, the available funds in 2021 amounts to, may figure ako eh. Basta every day for the 3 years, it's 89.9. These are idle funds, unrestricted, unexpended, unused.
Your
Do you
Honor,
think PhilHealth can be held accountable for that, for not making use, and the government right now is correct?
Your Honor,
And,
during the
Secretary Rector is nodding. The government might not be correct in the past that they were not able to make use of this money to increase the benefits during those days. Instead, allow the money to stay idle, so the government has to make use of the money now instead of borrowing funds from other sources, which the government has to pay some kind of interest. Why not make use of our own money and spend it for other appropriations? Now, whether the appropriations program is another issue, but we may not be able to touch it because my time is limited. But the point is, are you telling us now, Mr. SBP, that the government failed to make use of the money available at that time? It's sitting idly on the side or invested in some other things that you want to make use of it now. That's why you have to invest it or to put it in the government coffers to answer for some unprogrammed activities or of the government.
Your Honor, year 2021, Your Honor, nasa pandemic po tayo. 2021, 2022, Your Honor. Again, of course, nag-start sa year 2020. So during those years, Your Honor, yung ating availment ay hindi siya pareho sa mga panahon na hindi ho tayo pandemic. And the national government subsidy, Your Honor, ay tuloy-tuloy po yung labas ng pera and tuloy-tuloy po yung receive ng PhilHealth ng pera on that year.
May fund balance ba 2019 o 2020? Wala, zero?
Your Honor, during those years, Your Honor, pumapasok po siya sa reserve fund po natin as presented earlier, Your
Pumasok
Honor.
na sa reserve fund. In 2021, di pumasok sa reserve fund. That's why it's sitting idly in the bank perhaps. And who's earning interest out of it? You know, I used to be part of PhilHealth. Many do not know, but during the time of Secretary Estrella, I was a legal consultant. It was during those days that PhilHealth was being organized. In fact, we organized it during those days at the regional level. Kami nag-organize yan. We put in some good people to run PhilHealth. So meaning to say, Mr. SBP, hindi tayo pwede mag-inhibit nandito na. Mr. SBP, ganun ba yun? Hindi nagagamit yung pera? 21, 22, 23?
21, 22, 23, Your Honor, ginagamit naman ang pondo. We are using the money. But of course, Your Honor, because of the pandemic, bumaba yung availment ng
kaya
benefits.
nagkaroon ng reserve.
Oo. And the premium, Your Honor, is legislated. Ibig sabihin, tuloy-tuloy because nasa batas po siya. And including, Your Honor, the national government counterpart or the national government subsidy ay pumapasok po sa PhilHealth.
Do you agree with that, Counsel?
If I may,
Or
Your Honor. Actually,
You
Your
can call the others,
Yes.
other counsel. They knew for a fact that there is something wrong with the accounting procedure being made by the government.
Yes,
they
Your
make
Honor.
it so simple. We understood it, but we do not know if it's the correct procedure.
Yes, Your Honor. If I may, Your Honor, with the
Yes,
permission of the
Counsel,
court.
please.
Even assuming, Your Honor, for the sake of argument, that the computation of the government is correct, Your Honor, and which I actually disagree, Your Honor. We disagree, Your Honor, because as we said, this is a social health insurance which should be covering a one fund policy. But if you look at it, Your Honor, as mentioned by assuming, Your Honor, that the computation is correct, from 2016, Your Honor, to 2020, the indirect premium contributions less indirect benefits claim actually all yielded to negative. Meaning, it was the premium contributions of the direct contributors that were actually used to pay for the negative of the indirect contributors, assuming it is not one fund under the social health insurance. So if you compute it, Your Honor, at least my data is only from 2013, Your Honor, when the Republic Act 10351 was passed. It appears, Your Honor, that PhilHealth, from indirect premium contributions versus indirect benefits claim, it was only in the years 2014, 2015, 21, 22, and 23 that there was actually excess. But all the years, it yielded negative. So in short, Your Honor, that is why our argument, Your Honor, is really that based on a social health insurance, this funds is actually one fund, because even if the premium contributions for indirect contributors are less than what the government pays for the claims of the indirect contributors, they never once paid additional, or the Congress never once made additional subsidies, Your Honor, which is also available under Section 10 of Universal Healthcare Act. But it never once did, because these funds, once it goes into PhilHealth, is considered as a one fund, whereby the direct contributors' premiums and the indirect contributors' premiums are actually joined together. Yes, Your Honor.
You're an accountant, Mr. SBP.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, you agree with the explanation?
Your Honor, they have the different figures from ours, Your Honor.
So, which is the correct figures?
Of course, Your Honor, we have the
You're
data.
confusing me.
We have the data, Your Honor.
You have the data, they do not have the data.
Your Honor, as presented a while ago, they have the data as well, Your Honor.
They have the data, but not the correct data.
Your Honor, we have the data, we have the information.
Well,
As-
anyway, you will present your position paper later on.
Yes, Your
Just
Honor.
allow us to look into your data.
Yes, Your Honor.
But present to us why it is necessary to make a demarcation or bifurcation or whatever you call it, division between the involuntary contribution and the voluntary contribution. That is something I cannot understand. The involuntary contributions, why you get fund transfer. And you were telling me a little earlier, if we include the contribution of the involuntary voluntary contribution, it would even amount to a bigger fund transfer. So you can even transfer a bigger amount than 89.9. Now, if we include the involuntary or voluntary contribution for the year 2021, 22, 23, that will be how much money will be going to the general coffers of the government. If we include the voluntary contribution, because of the pandemic, we were not able to utilize all the money during those days.
Your Honor,
It's even bigger
yes, Your Honor.
because the division you said 60-40, 40 only pertains to the involuntary contribution. So just please explain it to us. We don't have that much time, but I hope the next time, God forbid, if we get any kind of sickness, I would not be getting only 2% of my total bill, because we want the intention as made in the Universal Healthcare Law. No Filipino family should suffer economic difficulties as a consequence of one sickness. It's so good. In my case, I have my Supreme Court colleagues, justices of the Supreme Court, who had to shell out from out-of-pocket money. They shell out money just to help me. And it's not from PhilHealth. I got some money also from our healthcare provider. But bulk of it, I got it from the Supreme Court. Justices who are more than willing to help a colleague. Thank you, Chief Justice and the justices.